Street vendors have to feed lots of hungry New Yorkers to turn a profit.
There you go.
Thank you. In fact, the city charges them up to $500,000 a year just to park. But they say with lunch lines around the block, they can't sell enough. One bite of this quintessential New York food explains it all. You have to try this. Here's how it works. Insert your City Bike fob to unlock the bike, and you're ready to ride. And no matter where your adventure takes you, it's easy to drop off the bike at any of 332 City Bike stations across the city. Police say they arrived at this house on Ben Bolt Avenue around 9 p.m. to assist EMS workers with an unresponsive woman who they believed had overdosed on prescription drugs. And they say that's just the beginning. Caveat Food Stores, the parent company of Food City, have taken on the lease for this building, but at this time they have not disclosed their plans for the store. And since this is Chasing New Jersey, I did it in a Lamborghini Gallardo, courtesy of Interstate Motorsport. What we did was we took this bad boy on 202, and it's true, every car passed us as we went the speed limit, 55 miles per hour. Thanks, guys. I'm here at the intersection of 460 and 77, where holiday traffic is not so bad yet, but AAA predicts that about 1 in 5 Americans will be on the road this weekend. Obviously, this could result in some pretty frustrating traffic situations, but we spoke with some people earlier on who say the best thing you can do is plan ahead and focus on why you're making that long-distance trip in the first place. Yoga in the park offers benefits you just can't get indoors. So here's the trick. Find a flat, grassy area and breathe deep for a change in perspective, both mentally and physically. Take a look. The perfect image of the town's current state, the company store used to sell goods to thousands of coal miners and their families. But when the coal companies left, so did the business. Today, only 382 residents remain.
Get out! Get out! Get out right now!
New Marine recruits arrive at boot camp on Paris Island in the middle of the night, following directions to stay quiet and keep their heads down.
Get on the footprint right now! Okay,
the goal is to make sure they're disoriented, easy prey. Usually they're dropped off in groups, but a stroke of bad luck can put you one-on-one with the drill instructor.
The only word that will come out of your mouth is yes ma'am, no ma'am, and I ma'am. Do you understand? Hold it, hands and stop. Stay there. Okay, put it down.
And that's only the beginning. As you can see, these drill instructors are not letting up on these brand new recruits, and that's how it'll be until they're transformed into Marines. Just one exhausting day of recruit training makes it easy to wonder, why sign up for this? 2 local recruits from Beckley explain.
There's not much opportunity, I guess you would say. There's not many careers and everything in West Virginia, at least where I'm from. So I just wanted a chance to get out and do something bigger.
It was looking good for college, but I wanted to give back to this country.
They say enlisting right out of high school actually makes them more likely to attend college later on.
Originally, I didn't even plan to go to college, and being here, I've had time to sit and think. You know, the post-9/11 GI Bill pays for just about everything.
Education Services Officer David Ellard says despite the recession, free training and tuition continues to launch thousands of Marines onto successful career paths.
I think it's a huge incentive, whether it's because we're looking at the economy and how difficult it is to get jobs, how much more people make in a lifetime if they have a degree.
In today's economy, that means a lot. But benefits aside, these 2 recruits were Marines many years in the making.
They had a Veterans Day parade, and I actually stumbled into the street, and a Marine picked me up, handed me a poster, shook my dad's hand. He was just a good all-around guy, and I kind of like wanted to be like that when I grew up.
David Pittman says his son was destined to become a Marine.
Honest to God, I think he was just born a Marine, and he just got bigger to where he could finally grow into the uniform.
On Paris Island, Kate Mosso, WVVA News.
30 in, 30 out.
The horse is our official state animal. But is New Jersey home to the last horse slaughterhouse in the United States? Experts tell me that may just be the case. According to the ASPCA, the last horse slaughterhouses in the country shut down in 2007. But according to the owner of Bravo Packing Incorporated, Joe Marola, horses are still being killed for their meat at his Penns Grove slaughterhouse right here in New Jersey. In 2012, Governor Christie signed a state law banning horse slaughter for human consumption in New Jersey, and Mr. Marola says the horse meat produced at Bravo is sold exclusively to zoos to feed big cats and other carnivores. He declined to be interviewed on camera, but he told me he's doing nothing wrong at his company. But some animal advocates think that Bravo is exploiting an unfortunate loophole on the ban, that horses are still allowed to be slaughtered and fed to other animals. I spoke with one of those people, New Jersey native Amanda Sorvino, daughter of Hollywood actor Paul Sorvino, via Skype, about this controversial practice here in New Jersey.
New Jersey is home to just about the only horse slaughterhouse left in America. And it slaughters horses for zoo consumption, not for human consumption. But obviously the horses don't know the difference. They're still getting slaughtered.
And Amanda does know firsthand what goes on at Bravo. In 2008, Amanda Sorvino befriended owner Joe Marola's late son, Monty Marola, and for months she recorded this undercover video of what goes on at Bravo. You can see some emaciated horses, rail thin, going to the slaughter.
Horses are pets. They're also sports animals. They help to found our country. They're cultural icons. People wouldn't do this to a pet dog, would they? It's completely unacceptable. So why would we do that to our horse?
Joe Marola, who owns Bravo, says what Amanda doesn't show in her video is that he treats these horses well in their final days. He always has a fresh bale of hay for them. But no matter who you believe, is this the last horse slaughterhouse in the United States? Representatives from the Monmouth County SPCA, the U.S. ASPCA, the Humane Society, the U.S. Equine Federation told me the practice of slaughtering horses in the U.S. is very rare, possibly even non-existent. However, Chris Hyde, Deputy Director of Government and Legal Affairs for the Animal Welfare Institute in Washington, D.C., says Bravo, right here in New Jersey, is the only company he's heard of by name that's definitely slaughtering horses today in the United States. But I had to wonder, what does the average horse owner do when a horse reaches its later years and can't handle a rider? Well, experts tell me most lame or unwanted horses, elderly horses in the U.S., are euthanized humanely, but some, including over 140,000 last year, were shipped out of the country to Canada or Mexico, where there are fewer regulations on slaughter.
Yeah, at the risk of sounding insensitive, is there a reason why, other than they're pets, that there is some sort of opposition to horses?
Would you do it to your dog?
Anyone that owns a horse will tell you they cost a lot of money to maintain. It's not the same thing as having a dog. When horses get old, they got to go to slaughter, and what are the animals in the zoo going to eat? This is just a process. This is nothing to get up on your horse about.
Almost seems like the most humane thing to do is slaughter the horse before they get too old that they can't take care of themselves and they get diseased and sick and everything else.
It's okay for cows in slaughterhouses all across the country, not horses.
Do you have a pet cow?
I don't have a pet horse either. I don't have a pet horse or cow.
Amanda Sorvino is going to release a full-length documentary of her experience at Bravo sometime this summer. I'm outside the Walgreens where rookie Jersey City cop Melvin Santiago was gunned down Sunday around 4 a.m. by a man who went into the Walgreens, assaulted an armed security officer, and took his gun. Then he went outside and said to a witness, "Make sure you watch the news tonight. I'm going to be famous." Officer Santiago was a rookie cop with Jersey City PD. He just graduated. I got the chance to speak with his parents, and they told me that they don't want this guy to get what he wanted. They don't want this guy to get famous. So they asked me to not show his picture and not name his name.
The devil that did this to my son, he don't deserve for his name or balloons or anything to be on his front step where he live at.
He wanted this, and he wanted to be famous, and he deserves nothing. He deserves nothing. He gets no points for killing my son. He was adoring to his brother. He has a 13-year-old brother, and his whole purpose was to make sure he went to college so he didn't have to take a dangerous job. He had a chance at a good life.
I wish I would have been there to take the bullet for my son. He didn't know it was coming. My son didn't even have a fighting chance.
They fight, fly, and flee. Students at Bluefield State College are working hard to continue the team's legacy of international success in robotics competitions.
The next one is in April in Washington, D.C., and there's going to be maybe 50, 60 robots there, and ours is going to be in the higher weight class, 220 pounds and up.
4 years ago, Bluefield State Robotics won first place at the International IGBC competition, and they say they hope to do it again this year with this autonomous robot known as Aries.
We're very confident that by June we're going to have a winning robot.
But they say robots do much more than compete.
Oh, all kinds of things, search and rescue, anything like that, military applications, anything like that.
So slowly and surely we will be able to have fully autonomous robots that do everything for us.
Which begs the question, if robots can be programmed to work for us, can they also be designed to work against us?
I don't think that we'll ever trust a robot to be fully autonomous and shoot at weapons. So.
But they say technically the answer to that question is yes. In Bluefield, Kate Mosso, WVVA News.